Hey guys, Sunstreaker Wozza here, and welcome to day 64 of our lockdown streams. Getting ever closer to that 100 day. Can we make it? Can we get to 100? Who knows? So, yeah, today, guys, we're back on the normal account, and as we talked about yesterday, hard mode has come to the game. The new prime effects come to the game. But I do need to make a bit of an apology because yesterday I talked about hard mode and I was under the impression that hard mode will be available for all the leagues. But after reading today's stream, apparently not. Apparently it's just in Cyber League, sadly. In Prime League, sorry. And they may extend it to Cyber. Sadly, it's just in Prime League for now. I was a bit shocked when I thought I'd have a go at hard mode today in Cyber, and it's not there. That was always a plan for today's stream to go into a Cyber war and try hard right the way through. But sadly, yeah, hard mode is just in Prime League. Sadly. So let's say a few hellos to people. Who have we got? Let's get the chat up. Take it off there first. So we have Destroyer first in the chat again. Should do a prize of some kind for the first in the chat. Man, to be fair, Destroyer get it every single week, to be fair. So yeah. We got Dakota. Welcome, brother. Regular to the stream. Sharksy, one of our mods. Welcome. William Wilkinson. Another regular. All regular guys today. Mohammed as well. Atwani Lang. Have I got that right, or am I saying it wrong? I'm trying. I think that is it sometimes like an anagram of something, or have I misinterpreted it some way? But yeah, welcome to the stream. Let me know. Righteous, welcome back. See you in a few streams as well. B6W7, welcome to the stream. I think that's a newbie. Welcome. And Silver Ball, also one of our mods. So welcome. And Art along, I will call you Artie from now on if I can remember. I promise. So welcome to the stream, guys. So if you've got any questions about the game, make sure you put them in chat. I'm just going to be doing a bit of Z Energon farming today with some top bots. Trying to solo. I haven't touched Z Energon farming, to be fair. Been doing a lot of testing in terms of the Prime League effects and sort of trying different things out. We had a hard war. And then totally off topic, I got a brand new car yesterday that I've been trying to get for the last few weeks. It finally came yesterday. So we went for a drive. So I've been pretty busy. Well, for lockdown. Anyway, I've not been that busy, but busy for lockdown. Busy than what I have been in the last few weeks anyway. So yeah, we're a bit behind with Zen Edge on farming, so I need to do some farming, need to get out of the way. We'll have a go at war. I thought what we could do is maybe look at some bases, maybe look at the pros, the cons, and explain sort of like my thinking behind their base design, and maybe look at that. I can maybe go through some bases in our alliance. And seeing as Grind Time's in the chat, I'm sure we can look at his base. And he's always up for us criticizing his base as soon as he comes in chat. He's always saying, "Come and look at my base." But yeah, if you haven't seen Grind Time's channel yet, go and check it out. He's doing lots of regular videos now. No doubt that channel's going to grow pretty quickly. So go and check his channel out, guys. So we'll go into war first. We'll have a dabble in war. So we want to save our combiner, really. We want to save it for the Z Engine farming. If it was a cyber war, then Z Engine farming gets priority because Cybertron wars will tend to win quite easily, to be fair. That's not me belittling other teams. That's just a fact. It's true. And then if it's a Prime League war, a Trax war, then that will come priority over Z Engine farming. So it's just prioritizing, really. And what's most important. I don't need resources right now. I've got all build bots tied up for a week. A pure accident. I normally leave one spare. But in the heat of the moment, I got all my outposts in midstream. Went to do a wall. Realized build bots all getting used up. and it's a lot of coins to use just to speed up defenses, guys. So just keep that in mind that there's no rush for defenses. You know, take your time with defenses, let them rush out. If you're gonna coin anything, guys, coin your bots. Use your bots every single day. Bots get priority over defense every single day. Every day. Honestly. Honestly, guys, make sure your bots are priority over defense. If you're gonna spend money, make sure you spend it on your bots and not your base. Just let your base take its time, keep going for resources, and you'll get there, guys. Don't worry about it. Okay, so we'll have a look at base one. I've not looked at this one bit yet. I've not checked it out. Yeah, Fat Boy Gaming was yeah, he's got his own channel as well. There's quite a few YouTubers coming through right now. So it's a good time for YouTubers. So go and check all them channels out, guys. We've got Grind Time, we've got Fat Boy Gaming, like I said. Trios is back. You got myself, Alpha Prime, Engineer Hoist, Skywalk Grid. It's ridiculous amount of content creators we've got right now, all different aspects. So yeah. So in base design, it's really important that you utilize your walls. Really, really important. Number one thing, honestly. People talk about base design and they go, what should I do? And you know what? Walls is the number one important, honestly, factor in base design. You can have an amazing outlay in terms of defenses, but if you have poor walls, they are useless. They will just get wiped out. If you have mediocre defenses but a great wall structure in place, it can make people really struggle in bases. So walls are number one important. So a couple of walls are low level here, so you just need to sort of get them up pretty quick. But these sort of honeycomb sections here, these days are kind of pretty much gone. You don't see more than 2 or 3 because everyone levels sludge so much thanks to time traps. These sort of bases are dying a death. So think carefully before you start using honeycomb bases. So these other sections that are bigger like this are a bit better. They're a bit unethical compared to most designs, but you'll see more like that where they've got open sections rather than, you know, lots of walls close together. We're not seeing honeycombs where walls interlink. We're seeing them more spaced out. The problem with this sort of section is you can maybe rush it, but you've got to look at it and think that if you're going to rush it, what's the benefit? So you're going to use 12 ability points. So for me, if I'm going to use 12 ability points to rush, I need to, you know, get some serious sort of advantage from that. Serious. So what you've got to look at first is how it can be manipulated the base. So straight away, we're looking at, you've only got 2 defenses down the bottom. It's not enough. So what I can probably do this is, I can probably remove one of these defenses with a bot. Maybe we were gonna, hopefully, because then you get both uses. The gunner can take out one structure, and then you can kill the other one on its own. And then you're probably looking at a tax rush. So the only question is, if you use a gunner, which way is he going to walk? Is he going to walk up in this middle section? Is he going to run up there and pop these outposts? Is he going to run around the wall if we rush up to here? That's the question. That's about pathing. But yeah, you can use a tactical rush there, and you could literally get Prime to there, rush him up to there, rush up to there, and all your bots are up here, and you will not pop these 2 outposts. You might pop these 2, but you're going to avoid that cannon. You're going to avoid that. You're going to avoid that. You're going to avoid the 2 shocks. You're going to avoid this cannon. Obviously, these will already be gone. So you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 defenses to take care of. So you can probably do a tactical rush, but you got to remember with rushes, if you're going to use a rush, try and rush it so that you're not going to pop any outposts or pop the least amount of outposts. Combine outposts not active, it's a shame, really. That would have made it a bit harder. But if you're going to go up the middle, a good tactic here is for very limited points. If I can get a bot to there, I'm popping all 4 outposts I'm bopping the combiner outposts, and then I can battle the bots right back here on the launch pad. We seem to find that a lot in the game. And that's why I came up with the idea of having some sort of beacon again that's like a combiner jammer, so that you can use your combiner until a certain defense structure has been destroyed. I wouldn't give it loads of HP like the shield gem, but I would have it there, and have it somewhere on the base. It adds a new dimension to attacking. So you can't just drop your combiner whenever you want. So it's an interesting theory, but it is sort of something suggested, and we'll see. Yeah. So what I'm probably do with this: drop Goldfire right down the middle, put Goldfire to there. He has Vector on. He'll die very quickly with 4 outposts around him. He'll pop back down here again. We'll drop all our bots down here. Maybe once he's up there battling, and then all we've got hitting our bots is these 2 cannons. That's it. Use sludge on there. So then we've used 12 ability points, and we'll also, before we get to the big section up there, all the outposts will be gone, and we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ability points back, plus Alpha Trion. So we'll probably have about 10 ability points back. So we'll probably end up with the same that we started on, and then we can just annihilate the top section with a sort of cleanup crew. That's the idea. 2 swipes of Saber, 2 swipes of Goldfire, pop your minions down. That's pretty much it. So we'll give it a go. We'll see what the plan is. But that's a good point. Try to make it so you can't pop all 4 outposts in one move. It's a real no-no in base design. You really need to space your outposts out and make people use ability points. So this is why Goldfire is one of the best outpost poppers in the game, because he's so cheap. He's got good range, does damage too. So then we've got this. We've got to take Saber 2. We've got to take Tracks, because if we're going to use Goldie to pop them, he's going to come back alive again, but we need to keep him alive. So we're going to take a healer as well to keep Goldie alive, because he'll be the main focus of the outpost bots. And then we're going to take Blaster, because he has his minions, and he's also got Night Stalker. Important to have Night Stalker. Good distraction bot. Then we've got Rook with a 3-star Night Stalker. We're going to put him on. And then we are going to finish off with Cheeto to kill the outpost bots. So what I'm going to do here, guys, I normally have a healer, but I need to sacrifice a healer for Elita. Because if Goldfire goes down, I need some backup. Always have a sort of plan B in place. Have a plan, guys, but have a plan that, especially if it's a suicide bot with Vector, have it that if I lose that bot, can I still manage the attack? That's why I have Night Stalker on there as well. If Blaster dies and I lose his minions, no, it's a good replacement. Not the same, but I've got a good replacement in Night Stalker. I've got Cheeto there for a lot of damage if we need to. And yeah, we've obviously got Alpha Trion on Tracks. And Sharks, you'd put Alpha Trion on suicide bots. The problem with there, though, is if that bot is suicide and you're not getting the full use out of Alpha Trion, because Alpha Trion works how the longer you are in battle, the more points you get. So if you suicide that bot, you're getting very little benefit. So you need, to honestly, it's the opposite. You want to keep Alpha Trion on a bot that stays alive the longest. And I find that Blaster does that. Blaster's got great HP and really stays alive. So we will see. We're not obviously going to do a combiner. They haven't got a combiner, so we're going to try it without as well. And let's give it a go. What if Octane has Crater Maker? Yes, I use Sandstorm a lot. I could probably take him this attack, to be fair. But I think because the amount of damage we're doing really quickly, we might not need the healer. Ah, sorry, Sharksy. I thought you said I would stick Alpha Trion on suicide bots. Sorry, brother. Okay, so dropping Goldie there. When can he reach that shock tower? Right now, there we go. See, there's popped all the outposts. His health's going down. I'll pop all these bots right at the back here. Gonna put tracks down, maybe a bit too early, maybe, but we don't like hunger. Then we're going to use sludge. Take out them walls in preparation. Hopefully get rid of that cannon as well. There we go. Cannon is gone. We're not going to use Cheeto yet because they're all under protection. You can see there they've all got decent health other than Goldfire. Just need to make sure that Goldfire stays alive. We might have to use them a bit early if needs be. Don't forget, guys, to use abilities like this just to slow the attack down. It helps a lot. It really does. We've got all the Sharkticons there because we killed the walls. Got plenty of ability points. We're going to use Goldfire first because he's low on health. The rest of the bots look all right for now. And there we go. He goes up there. He goes over here. And then we'll send Saber right up there. The same way. All the damage there. And then Saber will use a cross just to take out those that are near the bots. We're going to use Cheeto to clean up, get rid of that shock tower because that's really important against your minions. Then we're going to drop the minions to give us some protection. Then we're going to use Rook, a bit more distraction. And all them bots now are distracted by minions, by Night Stalker, by Rook. All distracted. We're going to use Alita. We don't really need to use Alita now, but we're going to take it down. And there we go. Base down. I'm sure we didn't lose a bot there. And that's why it's super effective to sort of use bots like that. Once you get a clumped base like that with those two bots, Star Saber and Goldfire together, they are absolutely lethal. They really are. And yeah, I just seen someone post about the 4 and 5 stars, but you got to remember, for a long time, I used the 4-star Goldfire to the same effect. Doing exactly the same. The 5-star just makes it a bit easier. But what you got to remember, guys, is that if you're battling a HQ 17, then yeah, you're going to need this level of bots. If you're battling a HQ 16, you just need lower level bots. It's simple. Same pretty much works. You've got a few less ability points, but the same sort of works. You can see there, by the end of it, I used Alita. I had 8 ability points left over that I didn't really need. Probably even more by the end. You know, probably about 15 ability points left over. And, you know, that's the style of that attack. So it works well on bases with a small bottom section and a large top section, usually like a sort of fan shape or a V shape, like a big V shape. If the base is a big V shape, then you do sort of top left or top right, and then across in a line. So you're doing a kind of zigzag shape, sometimes 3 Goldfire, sometimes 2. Then you do Saber the way that Goldfire went originally, but then come back on Saber, so it's more of an acute angle. And you tend to find that Saber will take all that out and stun it that's close to your bots. It'll take out a big section. The rest is burning. And by that time, then the burn jumps again and destroys it. And that's generally it. I'm planning on maxing out my war team. No, I'm not, believe it or not. Once I get to about 63, I'll leave my bots alone. So Saber might get leveled to 64, maybe. But then that's it. Because once you max a bot, it's really disheartening to see that you're using it and getting really little benefit because they're not getting XP anymore. So once it gets to about 63, 64, I did the same with Saber. At 58, I stopped power leveling him. I stopped giving him XP cores. I stopped sort of using him really to power level himself. I used him to power level other bots that couldn't level themselves. So he's getting half the XP. Weren't using XP cores on him and just slow leveling him, to be fair. Because you got to remember that the 70 cap might not happen for another year. It might be 2 years, but I wouldn't plan on seeing it for another year. You know, they've got to upgrade defenses a lot. I think that the 65 cap might get risen when we see HQ18 maybe. So yeah, I wouldn't bank on it anytime soon. And so I like to get there a bit slower. So yeah. Is there a way to power level fast pace without spending? Um Kind of. Yeah, that is kind of. How people will do it is they will take some power leveling bots and without spending it, you got to try and solo bases basically. If you just got a solo a base, but then once you obviously solo that base, that bot is gone for an hour, say, or half an hour. So you can power level. And yeah, you can, but there's ways to power level with little spending effectively, where you just take all your bots that can solo a zone, whether that's zone 10, 11, 12, whatever it is, and just let them solo it and take that one bot for backup and just coin the bot that you're trying to level. So that's very good for lower level bots. So you're not wasting coins. You can get a bot to, if you're willing to wait 2 weeks, you can get a bot to level 50 with one $20 bundle, pretty much. You know, you can get them there free to play very quickly up to level 40, and then 40 to 50, you can get with a small bundle. But without spending, it's possible. It's a lot harder because you're still only leveling each bot every hour. But if you've got enough bots to do it, then yeah, it is sort of possible. Yeah. Any more questions? What level is my sludge? Sludge is 5810 with a maxed gold wall buster. So yeah. But yeah, Sandstorm is a beast. Very underrated, maybe a bit expensive, but for what you get out of it, it is crazy amount of healing. Crazy. I see you stuck in beta said, oh, I see you. Well, that's kind of his job, but yeah, crazy. So say it again. So look at this base. Made the this is the difference, honestly, between top level bases and sort of lower down bases. Base design and wall outpost walls. Walls probably primarily, and then outpost probably after that. Maybe vice versa, maybe. But there you've got, so you've got, look at all these, they all cover this one defense. So all I need to do is put one bot in that section there, whether that's Windblade or Goldfire or Drift or whoever it can be. You could put Vector on anyone. And all these outposts, all of them, cover that one defense there. They don't quite cover any more like these. They don't quite hit them. So that is the key there. You got to find at least one or two where if you got two outposts coupled together, find where they overlap, and that's where you want to hit. You want to hit where the bottom ones overlap, hit where the top ones overlap. Making them difficult and widen them opens you up to a bit of a Optimus Prime rush, but then stops you from popping the outposts altogether. Then you got to look at the walls. These walls are criminal. Honestly, having walls like this is no use at all. Especially you got sludge. You put sludge anywhere along here, and those walls are gone. Defenses inside them are pretty much wasted. Having triangles like this is no good at all. Because once you break through this wall, these walls are gonna shoot over them and have no use at all. These walls, having a single wall there, if you took these walls out here, they would not. These walls are wasted. All these walls here. Because if you took those out, the bots would still walk around them. It makes no difference at all. But you know what, Destroyer? You saying that no walls are safe. If you put single walls, then I'll show you my bases now. If you put single walls, sludge, even at 50, a 5-star sludge at 5810 can't take max walls that were 2 hits. Even a 5810. It needs to be about 60 level 62. So sludge against single walls is no good at all. That's why I say that Drillhorn and Nose Cone are so good in that sort of situation. So you see there, a lot of single walls. And even though I've done one honeycomb, it's just one. Using sort of sludge on that, because it's still, you'll get a bit of benefit. It'd probably take half the walls out, but for 5 ability points to weaken the walls, it's not enough. It's not enough. They won't use sludge on those walls. singular walls. And you can see here the outposts. So that outpost finishes here. So any of these here will pop the outposts. That's it. So all these on this side. The other outpost, same again. So the outposts don't overlap. You can't pop both these outposts with one go. What you could do is you could drop a bot down here and swipe across to there to pop it. But if you do that, all you're hitting is two defenses. You're not getting much benefit out of them. And once you do that, trying to get up to this section where I've done the same again, you've got to get right up to the HQ, is a little benefit. So I've sort of designed my base so that you're only going to have a pop really 3 outposts and the combined outposts. You're always going to have 1 outpost that is not being popped. Hopefully. That's the behind design. I've also made it so that if you saber to there, which is the highest point, you can't quite reach the HQ. He ends there. So you can't get the beam lasers behind. It's too much of a distance. If you get prime to this here, he can't reach the beam lasers. You tend to find that beam lasers are sort of the similar sort of length of prime. Now you could prime rush to there, to that launcher. But then if he does that, he's going to set off the combiner beacon. And then he can rush to there. And then he can rush out the box up. But they're going to pop at least 2 outposts, at least 1 outpost and the combiner beacon anyway. So it's not productive enough. And you've got to really think about this with base design. You've got to really think, are my walls being useful? Can someone pop all my outposts in one foul swoop? How can I make it? How can I make them 2 things difficult? How can I make them battle through my walls? How can I make bots split up? It's all these sort of things you've got to keep in mind in base design. It's not a point of just throwing sort of bots down. And I try and develop my own base, because what you find is you'll find a hard design, and all of a sudden everyone struggles against this good design. And then what you'll find then is that everyone copies it, everyone learns how to beat it, and then all of a sudden it becomes useless. So by having your sort of own design, it trips people up sometimes, but you've got to make sure it works. Really have. Few more questions. With those bases, you also have defenses right next to the walls. Exactly, yeah. If you've got defenses with a lot of walls, because there's so many walls, the defenses go as well. So it's double counterproductive. It really is. Do you ever think that level 70 bots will come? Yeah. When? That's the key, though. They'll always come, without a doubt. So it's just a matter of when. But will they come with 17.5 when that comes? Will they come with HU18? That's the big question. And then, yeah, what'll happen with XP again? Because that's going to be a crazy amount of XP. But at the minute, attack still outweighs defense. So we won't see anything too crazy, I don't think, anytime soon. I think we'll see, we won't see too many new combat bots, really, nothing too invigorating. But I think it just needs some good bots now, some good 4-star bots. I think that's what the game needs, just to bring some good 4-star bots that are equal to maybe some of the 5-star bots that are lesser used. I'm not saying we're going to bring out a 4-star that's as good as 5-star Elita. That'd be ridiculous. But I do think that 6-gun is as good or better than 5-star Prowl. 5-star Prowl is not considered one of the best 5-stars in the game. And that's maybe the way we need to go. And that's maybe the way it's going to go. But we'll see. But I think that's the main thing at the minute, is just getting 4 stars at a decent level for you guys. So people getting new bots can really compete at top levels. And that's, yeah, maybe not every single bot. But yeah, like I said, hashtag make bots great again. I think that's sort of the hashtag we're going to follow. Okay, we'll do a bit of Z energy on farming while our bots are cooling down. Then we'll come back and do another attack on that base, and we'll show you again, very similar attack to the last one. Pop at the outpost, drag the combiners away, kill the combiner and the outpost, and just wipe the top section. Then we can look at maybe a base 3, and then we can look at some more base designs from my alliance, maybe even grind times. Okay. Z energy on farm. So as I said before, always take a combiner, Don't be scared to back out. I did some earlier. I backed out 3 times out of 10 attacks. I'm fine with that. No problem at all. So now we need some bots that can solo. So we'll put a slash in there. We'll put drift in there because he can hop round. Any rush bot really can solo. Windblade. There we go. We're going to take a combiner. All the combiners are down. Ooh, that's not good. I don't really want to use a combiner and use all necessarily. Maybe we'll do it. For the sake of YouTube, we will do it. We'll go with Victorian. Probably the best bot to level. Okay. Always zone 13. So grind out them 10Ks. Like I said, guys, don't be scared of backing out. Time traps are really good for solos. Bases that are been sort of poorly executed that you can rush. That's what we're looking for. Is Lion Eyes available in free crystals yet? No, he isn't. Not for a good few weeks, I think. But yeah, I'll if you're not in my Discord channel, guys, go and check it out. A lot of good info in there. And yeah, you can get some I can't believe this. And you can there's some serious sort of information in there that you can use, and a lot of good guides for general information. So go and check the Discord server out. And usually any info that's coming to the game, any new features, any news, the loot codes, honestly, there's so much stuff in there. It's ridiculous. I do my trivia in there. So don't forget, guys, that the trivia for every stream is in my Discord channel soon afterwards. I normally a few hours and then leave it 12 hours for the answer. But the trivia in Discord at the minute is always on the stream. It's something about the stream. I just realized I'm not even looking at the screen here and it's getting destroyed. Yeah, it's always about the stream, guys. So if you've watched the stream and you're in Discord, you've got a very good... Oh, there we go. Grind time. Are you are you trying to hijack my stream? How dare you? That was really weird. I don't know what happened then. I don't know. I think Grandtime's trying to hack my stream. I don't know what happened then. I've already watched the video, so I know he just didn't post it right now, but I don't know why I just got a notification. That's really strange. But yeah, if you're not in Discord server, guys, make sure you're in there. Good chance of winning, and a lot of good information, a lot of good people. It's growing and growing and growing. And yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel as well, guys. I think about another 62 subscribers to that 1,500 limit that we want to get. We've only got about maybe 30 days left of streams. I want to get to that 100 mark. But if we get to that 100 mark, then I want to try and get 1,500 subs by the time we get there. So make sure that you're all subscribed, guys, if you're not subscribed already. And make sure you're in Discord server. So let's go again. So I was chatting a bit there. As you know, I like to chat. So make sure you're speeding up, guys. Make sure you're going through it. You can get at least 5-6 battles with your combiner if you're pretty quick. Yes, don't forget the combiner timer is off sort of real time. So fast forward some parts of the battle where you don't need to. Imagine if I got to 10 million subs. I don't think I ever will with this game. It's a bit more niche. It's not like the likes of Fortnite and Call of Duty and things like that. Okay, so lots of defense at the top. So it needs to be a bot that can do AoE. We want to skip this bottom outpost if we can. Only 3 outposts, so we should be able to. But we need a bot that can do quite a bit of damage at that top section. So I think we're going to do Sandstorm. Get up there. Has he got a flak on? No, he hasn't. Just 1 second. So I'm worried that he can't get up there. May have to. I can maybe use that build bot. So let's go. I think we're gonna have to use the build bot. I think. We'll go up there. Use his ability. Then we can drop combiner. If it's quite a long base, try and pop an outpost if you can. It drags the combiner up, don't forget. No, I'm not too worried about that mortar and shock tower that's near to the HQ. We can get them down pretty easy. What I am worried about is these sort of long-range defenses. We want to get rid of them. We can get rid of more and get rid of more. We do want to get rid of the outpost bots. We don't want to be fighting them. So let's strike them. We don't really need to get rid of that cannon, I don't think. I'm not sure it will go in range. Take out the shot now, we can do. And then we'll do a bit more damage because we can. And there we go. And there we go. Yeah, honestly, stuck in beta, honestly, is a really, really good bot. If you do, I can't show his stats right now, but at level 58-9, if you do the sand rush, then the heal supply job, he does about 6,000 healing for all bots. If you do healing and sand rush, 6,000 healing and 1,500 damage, is it? 2,000 damage, like that. If you do it all the way around, where you do healing and sand rush, he does 3,000 healing and then 3,000 damage. So he's good for damage. He's okay for damage, pretty good, but he's amazing for healing. 6,000 healing is ridiculous. It's twice what Ratchet does. But obviously he's not a healer. But if I could put a healing beam on Sandstorm, would eradicate Ratchet from the game. It really would. And you never know there's going to be a combat bot that makes any bot into a healer. And I said that in the test stream. It'd be good if you could give the likes of Cheeto a heal beam, but can still use his ability. So his DPS goes and turns into a healer, but his ability then. So it's basically like having a healer with an ability. I think that'd be epic in the game. But then it's when to use it, because obviously when you start using it, you lose that healing. So I think that'd be a really good thing to use in the game. I really do. Okay, so typical clumped base, perfect for Goldfire. Can Octane easily replace a healer? It all depends. What you got to remember, though, guys, is that with Octane, you have to use ability points to heal. There's a crazy amount of healing, but you have to use ability points. And you're taking some serious flack here. This is not good. I'm glad he's bit to. Go fire there. Go fire up there. Go fire up there. Now, watch carefully, guys. 1 ability point left. Or 2 at the end. I had 2 ability points when I dropped Goldfire. Just 2. So again, just want to stress that we had 2 ability points when Goldfire, when I dropped my combiner. Just 2 ability points. And this is why Goldfire is sort of one bot on his own. He really is. Any more defenses? Yep, there's one there just hiding behind the HQ. Crafty. Nice little tactic, that, by the way. That could have really scuppered our attack. Healer can't really do damage to HQ, but you find that the reflective thing that Victorian does for some reason. Let's kill her off. And now we have 24 ability points. So when I dropped Combiner, we had 2, and now we've got 24. So we gained 22 ability points while the Combiner was active. No other bot does that. No, Dakota, there's not been no boost. That is generally how good he is. That is how good Goldfire is. I obviously campaigned for how good he is. Don't get me wrong, that's a 5-star, level 62. But I've campaigned for so long at how good Goldfire is. And no one believed me until they started pulling the 5-star. And they said, wow, like, it's amazing. I was like, well, I've been saying this for months. I've been saying this for the last year and a half. He really is that good. No Destroyer, I'd say Beast. I really do. Honestly, I've got guys in my alliance saying, wow, that is honestly unbelievable how I use Goldfire. He really is that good. And Grimlock can rush in. Got 4 minutes left to Combiner. For Octet, yeah, well, that's a good thing about it. You know, everyone has their own sort of choice. Goldfire's more damage orientated. Sandstorm's more support. Don't get nowhere near what Goldfire's damage is. Goldfire does probably the most damage in the game, maybe behind 6-gun. Crazy amount of damage from 6-gun. But to an area, even more than Saber. Okay. So here is what we're going to do. So this time we're going to switch it round. Something a bit crazy. We want to take out some of these walls if we can. Weaken all the walls. It'd be perfect if we had Volcanicus for this. It really would. We want to weaken all these walls. And don't forget, guys, if you drop your Combiner and you fail whatever you're doing, you haven't lost anything. Let's weaken these walls. There we go. And then we're going to drop slash. And Sodlaw, she gets the reaction. Just want to get her close to that HQ if we can. And she walks away. Why wouldn't she? And typical slash walking away. Thank you. This has gone terribly wrong now. We need to get slash in range quickly. Or she's going to die a terrible death. There we go. Ooh, she might run out of ability points, though. Try and get through these walls. Weaken the wrong wall, to be fair. I'm not sure she's going to go down with just slash. Being so close to the outpost is dangerous. One more hit. Boom! Yes. Woo! Just about. Should maybe drop slash on the other side, really. But yeah, down. I did get lucky. But, you know, that's why we always got other swap bots. We can maybe use second bot if need be. But they've been quite easy bases up to now, to be fair. We're not seeing any HQ I've seen one HQ17, but that was really poor, really low level. So we've got a couple minutes still on combiner. So 38 seconds, we've got to be quick. And there we go. Just catch it. Yeah, welcome to the stream. Lucky me. Yeah, really, really, really good bot. Really good bot, Sandstorm. Very good bot, honestly. I think you need to do a Sandstorm video because not a lot of people will realize how useful he is and how to use him properly. It's a bit confusing the way they've worded it. I think it could do with clearing up. So, quite hard really to with the bots that we've got to take out this. So we've got Cheeto with Flak, but we've got Goldfire for AoE, but I think we might have to use 2 bots, maybe. We'll give it a go with just Goldfire. Might be doable. It's going to take a lot of swipes though. I might use 2 bots for this. Seeing this in my last attack of the night with a combiner, I think we will. Yep. Okay. We'll definitely get it with these 2 guys. Use Cheetos, take these out. And we'll put Goldfire there. There we go. Distract Cheeto. Oops, and Goldfire's gone on a bit of a... So I think we've got to use him now. A bit earlier than we wanted. So you can see there, we're just zigzagging with a Goldfire. Drop combiner now. Everything. And this is the 4-star as well, guys. So this is the 4-star in action, not the 5-star. It's not good that Victorian's walking round, but wasting time and energy. Use Victorian to clean all his defense, reject the damage, so that Goldfire's ability can jump. Reflect the damage back to Nor's minions. That'll do a lot of damage to them. And there we go. 20 ability points back. No defenses left. Easy win. Clean up with Cheeto. There we go. So, like I said, guys, even the 4-star Goldfire can be used to amazing effect. Just simply the base design. Didn't really want to use 2 bots, but last attack with a combiner, we may as well. And I think that's about, is it about 100? I think about 90k. I think we've found about 90k this week, which is not too fair. No, about 150. I've still got the rest of the night to go. So yeah, but stuck in beta, it's kind of strategic, but it's not really. Once all you've got to do, the main thing, you've got to work out a way to get Goldfire or Goldfire and Saber in range. Once you've worked that out, the easy part is just trying to cover as much of the map as you can. That's simply it. Because if you put Goldfire one direction, going back the same way, it doesn't do double. It just does the same. So you've got to try and zigzag as much of the base as possible and look at base like parts touch it. So I tend to do 2 zigzags, and then I look very quickly. And the more you, it's like anything in the game, the more you do something, the more you realize, and the more you get used to it. After the 2 zigzags, I then try and hit a resource building, because you normally get some good ability points back from those because they burn very quickly because they've got low HP. And then the last one, I try and look at where I haven't touched yet with Goldfire. If I'm using Goldfire and Saber, I'll tend to put Goldfire one way or another. The first way I put Saber the same, but then I go the opposite way with Saber, and that pretty much covers the whole map then. and it all burns. And that's honestly pretty much it. I've got a cleanup crew attack. Go and check that one out. That cleanup crew video pretty much goes through how I do the attack I do in depth. So really go and check that out. It also talks about other bots you can use. So there's plenty of other bots. That's a good thing about cleanup. You need Saber, you need Goldfire, but after that, the bots are pretty much interchangeable. Sometimes if you use Silverbolt, because I find there's a few defenses left over that you can just take out with Silverbolt. You could probably take a few jets with Flak. There's no set method. The cleanup crew just finishes off the base, whatever's left. The main part is Goldfire and Saber. You can use Aletha even. Aletha's cheaper than Saber. Maybe not quite as effective. You might have to use more usage, but go ahead and try it. That's a good thing about his attacks. Nothing's set in stone. It's good that you can sort of interchange them all. It's good. Yeah, Mohammed, it is a big difference between a 4 and a 5-star, but I used the 4-star in Prime League for a long time before I got the 5-star. The 4-star, it's like any bot. You can say that about any bot. You can say, yeah, but the 5-star is better. But there's still people out there using 4-star Goldfire. Plenty of people. There's still people out there using 4-star Prowl. There's people out there using 4-star Silverbolt. I am. Don't sort of write off some of the 4-stars. They are really good. 5-star's not the be-all and end-all. If I was a con, would I chase a 5-star Galvatron? Personally, no. I'm not too sure, but all I can compare to is Ultra Magnus. And Ultra Magnus's pathing is awful. His ability damage is not set. It's too random. So, yeah. Not the best. But yeah, Destroyer, I've no problem with people saying they don't want 5-star Goldfire. If you want a bot just to pop Outpost, you don't need the 5-star. The 4-star the 3-star would do if it was decent leveled. I did Attacking War and Grind Time will back me up. And I said in the chat, if you wanted to copy this attack, all you need was a Perceptor with ability 7, and a Goldfire move 40 plus to pop the Outpost. The rest of the bots are the ones you need leveling, and the bots to walk the base. So yeah, I did see someone mention earlier about ability 11. Ability 11 will not come for a while now. I think I've used a bit of my Spark. I did have almost 4 million, which is max. I did use some because ability 11's been put back until it needs a boost in attack. I don't think it really needs it right now. We saw in our last war that some of the AOC guys beat every one of our bases in Prime League on hard mode. So when you've got guys doing that, you know that attack still outweighs defense, even with hard mode, even with new prime effects. So yeah, they're gonna wait, but no, it will come. I've no doubt about that. 110% it will come. And from what I've heard, it will be a huge increase with a huge cost. That's the sort of, they've not said that, but that's sort of the feeling I'm going to get for it. Because they said things like they want to make ability 11 hard to obtain, but they want to make it not just a level up from like 10. They want to make it extra special, but they're going to balance that with an extra cost. Maybe the extra cost might be just said Energon, but I'm not too sure the exact words, but that's pretty much what they said. They said that, ability level will be something special. Who knows what? It might just be an ability upgrade like it has been, but it would be a massive upgrade. It might be something totally different. It might be, right, the bot does this, but now it heals extra as well. It does extra damage DPS as well. We don't know really. Only people that know is Space Ape. But as soon as I sort of know something, I can hopefully tell you guys. I try and tell you guys as much as I can within reason. Like I said yesterday, we're fighting for the build bots to have a use at the minute for every single league. That's the thing we're talk about at the minute. I'm sure the new bots will be coming out soon for the leaderboard. And my sort of plan for that is to try and get a good 3-star out of that. A really good, like 6 gun. It's still a good 3-star. And I think we did a powerful bot, but definitely a good 3-star that, people that are spending to get in the top 100 should be able to get a good 3-star. I will never level a 3-star just because I've got enough 4-stars. Quite arrogant, yeah, maybe. But I'm at that sort of privileged place where I can't. But there's people out there that aren't that privileged, where a good 3-star will really help their bots and their attacks and wars. So I am sort of saying from a selfish point of view, saying that I don't need 3-stars, but then I'm leveling 3-stars not for my own benefit. I'm there trying to get 3-stars better for other people's benefit, not for my own, if that makes sense. So yeah, it does sound arrogant, but you got to think that it's coming from a good place, guys. That I'm trying to, get people through. I talked about about resources, and then it's no coincidence that resources are in this week's event, and we're going to see more resources. They talked today about maybe extending the shield timer for lowered HQs for once per day, because I went on Jacob's account and he was saying he was struggling for resources, and I tried doing 10 skank raids, and I still didn't get enough to do one bot, not to upgrade one bot. And then the next day, that was like late at night towards around, I think it was after stream. And we came back the next day, it'd been attacked and lost half resources. So out of 10 attacks, 5 of them were just wasted in one battle, in one 200 power leveled him. So it's not really fair that you have to do 10 battles close to doing one bot. And I said that if you can get enough resources in one day to do one bot, he has 50 bots in the cooker. And if it takes 3 days each, 4 days each, 200 days. You're talking 200 days for all his bots to go up one level. That's not to max his bots out. That's not to go up to level 50. That's for all his bots to go up, say, one level from 40 to 50. That's it, on average. It can get crazy. That's not including the other bots that are going to get leveled in the meantime. I agree, Grind Time. It's really tough for resources at lower levels. I get attacked. I lose 3 million energon. You know what? At the least 4 attacks, I'll get it back. Usually 1 or 2. That's not fair that I can lose resources and get them back in 3 attacks, where someone attacks half a day and then really struggle to get them back. So I've said to the apes that we need to put resources, but not in the prestige events, but a hefty amount in the events where low down, so that even the likes of HQ4s and 6s and 8s can participate in an event and get decent energon and spark amounts. Because for me, if I was doing a prestige event and the rewards were, say, energon, alloy, spark, and then a crystal, I'd be a bit miffed with that because I don't really need all that. But then if it was a totalizer and the first 2 prizes were energon and alloy, I'd be fine with that, because it's something achievable for everyone. But you don't really want it in the prestige events. You want better prizes really in the prestige events. That's the idea. Everyone's crying about Spark. Spark is supposed to be quite rare. It really is. And you got to be careful with the economy. People always want more of what they haven't got. And, sadly, some things have got to be rare. People complain that they don't get enough 5-star events. Well, I don't know. I could sit here and rant all day about people that want something for nothing. And you do have to look after the free-to-play guys. But ultimately, you've got to remember that if you're free-to-play, you're not going to get the same rewards as the guys that pay. You're not, sadly. That's the same in life. If you've got an amazing job and you're sat at home without a job, you're not going to get a Ferrari. You're not. You've got to work for these things. You can get a car, but you're not going to get a Ferrari. And that's the fact of life, sadly. So we'll look at a few of my bases, my alliance bases, and we'll sort of have a look at their design. So we'll start at the top at Killsucker. So we'll have a look at his base design. We'll go through it, explain the thinking behind it, why he's put things the way he is. Dakota, you know what? Spark is easy to get at higher levels. You find that at lower levels, it can be quite difficult, especially if you're free to play. If you're low level, free to play. But then again, do you really need that much Spark? So this is generally sort of what we call a quadrant base. The idea behind it is that you can't use Goldfire and Saber because there's not much to go over. They can't cover much area. And you see that a lot of bases are spaced out. You can maybe use Skylinks to hit 2 of the defenses at a time, but Skylinks gets really expensive after multiple uses. So they're relying on you having one-shot bots. If you have one-shot jets, then you can take out these defenses quite easily and walk through. General GTR, what we covered the other week. Walls around the HQ with the shield generator out of the way. Make sure it goes up there. Defense behind the HQ, because the idea is that you're going to get to the HQ and start pounding it. But because of the shield, it takes quite a while. It takes good 30 seconds to take the HQ down. And they're relying that you haven't took these down and that you have to sort of bombard the HQ while taking a lot of bombardment. Personally, I would put the shield generator behind the HQ, somewhere up here. Whether he's done that for a reason to stop people from backdooring in the base, I don't know. But personally, I like to have my shield gen behind the HQ, protected. And yes, 5-star Firefly is probably essential. You see, he's put build bots here for the sake of Prime League next to the missile launchers. He still has guided missiles. I've took guided missiles off and put defense on to try and stop one-shot bots. Putting those next to them, though, needs the heal. So it sort of stops the likes of Goldfire and especially Silverbolt from having a great effect. You can see there he's got build bots next to both beams. Probably doesn't need both of them, to be fair. He's got one up near the rocket launcher. But I think one build bot will cover that, both of them, in range. So I'd probably put one build bot maybe down here. Right in the middle of that, maybe. So, yeah, decent design. Designed to stop people from rushing, stop people from doing cleanup crews, but it's sort of open more to walks, really. You'll find that every base is open to something. Every base can be attacked a certain way. Then we'll go to our friend Superion, who I've known for many years. Many games together. He was in South for quite a while. So he's come down to help us out in Cybertron Ops for a while. Show us how it's done. So generally a sort of time trap split base. So you can see there is few hexagon parts of the base. Not too many together. You could probably sludge in the middle there. But the point of this is, it does have two together there. So you're thinking, right, prime position to sludge that. But then you put in your bots in the middle, and your bots both go either way. So it's hard to sort of keep your bots together. Which you can use as sort of reverse cleanup crew. So you can use 2 times or 3 times gold, probably 2 times Goldfire, 2 times Star Saber, pop these outposts, then drop your combiner. Take out a good section on the top of the base. Try and take out this top section here so they can get within the walls. Take the bottom section out, and you just got to then survive for the top section. But you'll find that people are generally splitting their outpost up. And yes, Ronald has put a back door. Yeah, probably the most susceptible it's open to. Probably an easy backdoor attack. Just clearing the front section there. Using Lita or Star Saber, take the top section out. And yeah, every base can be jumped pretty much, Ronald. But it is getting harder, especially with some of the newer layouts that we're seeing. But yeah, I know guys that use it to really good effect. But maybe. So again, like I said, can be quite difficult to walk. Easy though to backdoor that base, really. Very easy. Okay. Let's have a look at a few more bases. So we do have a section in the Discord server, guys, where you can have a look at all some of the really good bases that have caused problems for our Alliance. And yeah, I think there's quite a few bases in there now if you need some examples. So again, come and join the server and you can see some really good examples. Kiwi Mox, we'll have a look at his base. Really great guy. I tend to follow quite a few of his attacks. You'll tend to find in top alliances, you have groups of guys that sort of follow each other. And it's not written in stone. It's something we sort of talk about, but you tend to find that certain people have similar bots and use them similar ways. So Kiwi Mox, I tend to follow a few other guys as well. Barry Talman, I watch him quite a bit as well. But I have kind of bit my own style, really, using Gold Fire. So this is sort of, again, quite easy for a lot of the hexagons. And generally decent, being able to maybe saber it, maybe Gold Fire it. Top section, again, probably an easy jump crew, hitting right in that section there and behind the HQ, hitting a lead to there, getting your combiner up there, can easily take that section out with a jump crew. Long story short, I called it a hocus pocus, but if you want to check it out on my channel, how to do a jump crew or backdoor attack, then go and check that out on the Hocus Pocus. Really effective attack. You've got a high level Elita or Saber and Springer. So yeah, really good attack method. And a couple more. Who else should we pick? We'll pick Lord Dragger, obviously. Play testers and a friend of mine who's just come up to Cyber Ops, doing amazing in wars with his GTR squad. Let's take a peek. So generally, this is probably easy for a cleanup crew, but this is a really good pathing base. Path the base quite well. Again, maybe an easy backdoor attack, possibly. Having a lot of the defenses with range at the top and beam lasers with low health makes it quite an easy jump crew. So just hitting there and going across to there takes most of them out with just the beam laser and a mortar left to take out with the combiner, maybe. So yeah, quite easily. Big Prime Ting, welcome to the stream. And yeah, the general thought of this base is just to path your bots all over the show. You'll tend to find that your tanks will walk right and left around the walls, try and get to things. Your gunners will stand outside, splitting bots up, making healers run all over, and just generally splitting bots up and causing chaos. So maybe using sludge or nose cone for the bottom section. Again, you'll hear me saying that using nose cone to really good effect. And he's really good at keeping your bots together for water squads. And generally really good health as well. Again, 2 outposts, low level, so probably a saber sack. All you need to do is get or Gold Fire sack. Let's say sack, I mean sacrifice. Getting Gold Fire to there, getting Gold Fire to there or there means you pop all the outposts, and with not many defenses at the bottom, probably means you could drop the rest of your bots just down there and fight all to the side. And fight all the bots and then walk through the base. But generally, like I said, you don't really want to attack this base head on, trying to path and take on outpost bots with all the clump defense together. Big Prime Ting. We just talked about generally the game in general, about some new features coming to the game, and now we've done some energy on farming, and now just sort of talking a bit about base design, really, and just talking on some good designs and what they are designed for. But again, just come and join Discord server, guys. If you want some good examples of base design to copy and to follow, then yeah. Let's have a look. We'll look at Grindtime's base. Where are you? There's Grindtime. Let's have a look. Last time we seen Grindtime's base, he said it was trash. So I hope he's changed it since. You know. Let's have a look. Have you changed it? Will they add Fortress Maximus and Scorponok? I have asked that. I think they should. I really do. I really do. I think they'd be good. They'd be basically, but I think there should be level of Titans. I think, did they slip up today? Because they did mention Omega Supreme when he was talking about combiners. So did they slip up a bit? Will Omega Supreme be a combiner? I don't know. That's another question. Yeah. So Grind Time copied the base from the other week. Whose base was this he copied, Grind Time? I can't remember whose base he copied, but basically makes it really difficult for rushing. Although I think he's done what I recommended and then put a build bot there, so it's sort of it sort of null and voids the fact that he's put the mortars back. Personally, Grind Time, I knew the build bot behind there, or probably behind or to the side, so it heals that whole section there. If you put it in the middle there, you can heal that. Probably put either side really, either one there next to each beam laser, or one next to each of the cannons. Generally, because I don't think you can rush from there to the mortar. So moving them builds out makes it unrushable again. Maybe. Who knows? You just don't know. But again, the base is made sort of pathy bots all over. Seem to find these sort of lines at the bottom there. Make it really difficult. Not too sure about a build bot at the bottom, because once you take that build bot out, then it's null and void again. But I don't know. Where would I put the build bots? One up there next to the beam laser. I'd probably do the same either side, maybe behind HQ. I've seen a lot of people putting build bots behind the HQ and putting a shield core on the HQ as well. That will make the HQ heal, which could cause an absolute nightmare. But I'd probably put build bots next to the missile launchers, seeing as they've had a buff. Maybe, I'd maybe put next to the beam lasers, maybe. So yeah, I think this one's good there. That's fine. I'd probably put that one on the opposite side the same. Maybe one behind the HQ, and then have two next to the cannon and the turret to heal the mortar, and it means that they can't take them out as well. So maybe, maybe either side of the beam laser. But then with a good Star Saber hit right there, that will take out. If you hit Star Saber there and you had any build bots in that section right in the middle on a Saber sack, it would destroy the build bots pretty easily. So I'll have to keep my build bots a bit wide for this sort of game mode. That's for the new thing. But yeah, definitely put them where I wouldn't have put any at the front, because gunners would just take them out anyway, and there's null and void, so to speak. But I'd definitely put them defenses that you think are going to get one-shotted by or bots that are behind the HQ, maybe. Definitely. I already moved it. I'll take your word for it. And yeah, I've talked about my base before. I've talked about it and sort of explained. The idea is to sort of path it all over. If you attack from one side to the bottom, it's quite easy in that sense, but it makes it hard to rush. And what you tend to find that if you attack in the middle, it's very hard to sort of not split your bots and they go all over the show a bit. I was going to move this up actually, just to there like that. Doesn't sound like a lot, but I think it might help pathing wise and force them upwards. I don't want to put anything higher, because then it may pop the outposts. Still in two minds what to do there. I could do that and then put some defenses up there like that. That makes it rushable now, which I don't want really. I want people to have to walk it. That's the idea behind it. So maybe do that. Maybe switch the outpost around a bit, but then I want to path them hard. So like I said, every time you sort of try and change your base around, you look at it and think, well, now it's open to, and you change it back again, you think, well, now I've changed it, but then it's open to a different attack. And that's a good thing about this game. It is good that I don't like when people have a one particular attack for every single base type. I think there should be, you should have to look at a base and go, you know what? This base requires this type of attack because that's what it's open to. And that's my big thing in the game at the minute. But yeah, if you're struck on base design, guys, I am going to do a video on it. I've got loads of videos, but doing these daily streams really takes it out of you, trying to do videos as well. But we have got some videos in the pipeline that I've planned out that I need to do. But once I stop doing the streams, I can start doing more and more videos again. But make sure in Discord server for now. because we've got loads of information in there, guys. Loads of information that can help every sort of HQ, whether you're HQ 17 or whether you're a HQ 10, and lots of good guys giving good information. If you want to join just for a bit of fun, we have loads of quizzes and loads of little games in there. And it's just literally everything in there, honestly, guys. So come and join the Discord server, and also make sure you subscribe, guys, so we can get to that 1,500 subs. That is the aim, 1,500. Right, I want to thank everyone for tuning in today. Really appreciated. So we're doing a bit of grinding over weekend, nothing ridiculous. It's an easy event. So if you've got any questions, make sure you bring them to the stream over weekend, but nothing too ridiculous. I might actually do some videos this weekend because it's a bit of a chilled weekend, to be fair. Bit of a chill weekend. Looking forward to the leaderboard event. Looking forward to the 5-star event. Looking forward to that. Can't wait for this 5-star event. It might mean we might actually get 2 5-star events, and we might have 3 5-star crystals to pull. So those that haven't seen, just a quick update before we go. This is where we're at. And we want to try and get a 3rd before the next 5-star batch. And then we're going to go all out, pulling 3 5-stars, and then we're going to level the hell out of them. That is the idea. Yes, grind time. Woo! As Trios would say, woo! No woo. All right, well, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate everyone for tuning in today. And make sure you tune back tomorrow and the next day and the next day. Every day we're doing these streams. And thanks for watching, and peace out.